And I cannot begin to express to y'all just how happy and excited I am. This is the earliest I've ever been able to plant cotton. It's really hard to make good cotton if you don't have a long enough growing season. You're looking at the remnants of about, $14,500, maybe $15,000 worth of seed right there. Is your GPS been a little better this morning, Andy?
Not really. It's a little bit better, but it's still kind of doing the same thing.
Chance of rain 80%. Friday, showers likely with a chance of thunderstorms. Chance of rain 70%.
But it looks like after all this moves through, we could be back to our regularly scheduled cotton planting, going back to normal planting times for us, not early. But if I've got, I don't know, 35–40% of my crop planted by then, I'll be pretty happy. All right, I've had several people ask me, well, where was Kelly in the soybean and corn planting videos? We hadn't seen much of her lately. The fact is, Kelly just really didn't feel like carrying a camera and filming her part. You know, she feels like her part's kind of repetitive and doesn't have anything new or anything added value to add, you know, over what she said in, you know, previous years doing the same job. But the other thing is she got pretty discouraged from filming any after having several negative, really negative and uncalled for comments on when she went to South Dakota with a trailer to pick up the bin sweep and had the mishap with the trailer and stuff. And guys, all I gotta say, 97% of our viewers are absolutely awesome, great comments, informative comments, helpful comments, you know, thoughtful comments. But you always got those few buttholes on the internet that feel real big, sitting behind their keyboard, you know, got no problem saying something when there's no fear of repercussions from what they got to say. And well, that's what we had happen in that video. Just a couple blowhard know-it-alls who think they know everything and decide to say some, you know, kind of ugly comments to Kelly. And personally, I don't really care what you say. You know, especially if it's about me, I could give two craps what anybody thinks or anybody got to say. I'm confident in what we do. I'm confident in my abilities, and confident in the decisions we make. And if you disagree, that's fine. It's no sweat off my back. If you say it in an ugly way, whatever. That's just you showing your backside. You know, I don't have very much tolerance for idiots. If you say something really dumb and stupid, you know, I'll call you out on that. But in general, honestly, I don't care what people say. But she took a lot of that stuff personally. You know, she's got a lot different temperament than what I do. And it really discouraged her from filming. Now, I fired back at those few people that did that, because, you know, Kelly's my wife. I don't appreciate people being rude and disrespectful to her. Don't appreciate it all, and I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to tolerate it. You know, I think I blocked a couple of those viewers from commenting anymore, but the fact is, you can't stop all the trolls out there. But what really boggles my mind is the need that some people feel to go online and post negative stuff and try and tear somebody else down. I don't get it. You know, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, watched a lot of farming YouTube videos, and I found a lot of videos that I didn't like, didn't care for, or I didn't agree with the way that they were going about their business or doing something. But never once in my life have I felt the need to take time and go leave a negative comment. you know, if I don't like something, don't agree with it, guess what I do? I hit that end button and go watch something else. I just don't understand people that feel the need to tear other people down. I don't get it. If you want to tear me down, that's fine. I don't care. I'll laugh about it and I'll go to bed and I'll sleep easy at night. You want to tear my wife down? You want to tear Andy down? Anybody else associated with this channel? I ain't gonna have it. I'll block you. I'll call you out. For those just small handful of people that feel the need to do something like that, do yourself a favor, do myself a favor, go find another channel to watch. I don't need you here. I don't want you here. The goal of my channel is not to get maximum views, maximum subscribers, all of that. I'll tell somebody to take a hike and I don't care. Our goal with this channel is to showcase our farm, our practices, show what we do, try and educate the public, hopefully entertain y'all a little bit at the same time. And I feel very good about what we've done on our channel and what we're doing with our channel. So, you know, views and subscribers, all that kind of stuff is completely irrelevant to me. So again, if you're that kind of person, there's plenty of other really good farming channels out there to watch. I highly suggest you go watch one of them and leave our channel for the viewers who appreciate what we do on this farm. And again, I'm only talking about a very, very small handful of y'all. The vast majority of y'all have been absolutely awesome. We do appreciate your views, even though we're not driven by views or subscribers. We do appreciate the ones that watch and the ones that appreciate our content. Y'all are welcome here anytime. You know, I do request that if you do want your opinion to be taken seriously and it's, you know, you disagree with something we're doing or something that we've done and you want your opinion to be taken seriously, just be respectful about it. I'll be glad to have a conversation with anybody if you disagree. You know, I'm not saying I'm right about everything. I most definitely am not right about everything, and I've proven it time and time again over the last 4 years we've had our YouTube channel going. I make a lot of bad decisions. I do a lot of things the wrong way, and I've got no problem admitting it or owning up to the fact that I screw up a lot. So, like I said, if you got something to offer a channel, you know, a dissenting opinion, just be respectful about it in the comments. I'll be glad to have a conversation with you. I am totally screwing up these end rows right here. I can't tell where my burn down strips are, and I can't use auto steer on the curvy parts because my hooded sprayer is you know, fixed on the 3-point hitch, and when I'm using auto steer to do my burn down lines, you know, it's right there behind the planter, whereas my planter's trailing behind me a good bit and I'm going around curves, you know, it's drifting, so I'm having to manually steer around curves to keep the rows within the burn down strips. And for the most part, I can do a dang good job. On these end rows, I'm totally butchering them. But with all that being said, if you still feel the need to say something negative about my wife or Andy, be man enough to come say it to my face. My address ain't hard to find. It's all over the internet. So if you really feel that strongly, you need to say something negative, you know, come say it to my face. We'll have ourselves a nice little conversation and see if you really feel like saying that after we get done. Well, I spent all that money on RTK antenna upgrade, and Andy's having to steer it manually, for the most part anyway. Yeah, last night, all of a sudden his tractor just started hunting back and forth trying to find the line, and didn't think much of it. You know, sometimes things just go wonky. Turn the tractor off, let it sit overnight, everything's fine the next morning. And it was initially, and then it kind of started acting up again, then it straightened up, then it kind of started acting up again. So I got the tractor, tried it out. Yeah, definitely doing it. Tried to recalibrating all the sensors and everything, and first one calibrated fine, and then the second one did not calibrate fine. So I think we got a problem on the steering motor there. It's got electric over hydraulic valves that control oil flow to the cylinders when it's an auto steer. And I think one of those valves is messed up. You know, the computer is sending signal to the valve to open up oil flow to steer the tractor a certain way, but if it doesn't open up and steer it a certain way, or if it kind of hesitates and then sends flow and sends too much and starts overcorrecting, and so I think we got a problem with the valve. That's not something we can fix today though. So, and he's going to steer manually. Just use the guidance kind of get lined up on the right roads, keep his passes straight and everything. And then once he does that, then have to steer it manually, keep it from hunting back and forth. All right, auto steer update. Tech got back with me, and yeah, what I was thinking is what he said. Most likely the problem is in one of those two steering valves. They're on the hydraulic block. Either the solenoid's acting up or the valve's sticking. Sounds like from what's happened to me, the valve is sticking. So looked up the parts. Woo. The one of the valves, it's called a pilot valve. Without the solenoid, $2,800. The solenoid, almost $400. Guess how much I can buy the whole complete block with all the valves, sensors, and everything else that goes in it? Guess how much I can buy that for? Almost $3,200. So I can buy the whole complete assembly for the same price as I could buy one valve and one solenoid. Boggles my mind. So I ordered the whole block. I mean, I could take time and do some more diagnosing. Time I don't have, time I need to be planting cotton to do some more diagnosing. Or I can just go ahead and replace the whole block, which will definitely cure the problem. There's a small chance that it could be one of the solenoid coils, but it really sounds like it's a valve sticking. So I'm rolling the dice. Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, I might have been able to save some money by spending time diagnosing it, but I'd rather go ahead and get the problem solved and have the tractor back on its way and not lose any time planting cotton. We can change out that valve tomorrow whenever it's or we can change out that block tomorrow when it's raining. Seeing as how the most likely problem was one of the valves, and if you replace the valve, you're going to replace the coil for the same price as I can just replace the whole block. I mean, that's pretty much a no-brainer right there. Not any less painful, but it's pretty much a no-brainer. Because if one valve is going bad, well, there's probably a good chance the valve on the other side's about to go bad too. So replace the whole thing and, well, be done with it for hopefully another 10 or 11 years. Boy, that repair and maintenance budget, it's just getting blown. It's just getting blown to pieces this year. And yes, I know there's going to be some of y'all out there, well, if you go buy old equipment, you know, quit messing with all that technology, you wouldn't have these problems. Well, yeah, that's true. But then we wouldn't be able to do what we do and farm the way we farm without it. So it's a headache, it's expensive, but it's part of the tools required to do what we do. You know, there's no way I could do burn down strips and then plant right back into those burn down strips and our cover crop without auto steer. Just can't do it.
Welcome to absolute chaos. It's like dodging everybody every 5 minutes. This is what we call cotton planting. If it's not chaotic, it's not cotton. Let's play the game. How low is the internet wire? Am I going to clear it? Ever since we've gotten to the city, these wires keep getting closer and closer to my cab. Ooh! That was close.
Well, I don't know if we're going to get all the day in. It ain't looking too promising down to our south and west. And looking here at radar, I mean, it's right there about the river and marching this way slowly but steadily. Currently, we are a long ways away from where I wanted to be by the time we got rained out. We got Ed Smith done, so total we got about 86 acres in the ground so far. We get done with this farm, we'll have 116 acres done in the ground. I really want to be at least 150 acres, so don't know if that's going to happen or not. Unfortunately, we just can't run as fast as we want to. You know, this is only Andy's second year on the farm, and he's still not familiar with how all the rows are run on the farm and everything.
Amen.
Go ahead.
I'm guessing you've seen radar?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now, so just get done, hold up, let us get a little closer, and I'll make a plan going forward.
Okay, because I'm also out of water in the water truck.
You know, like I was saying, you know, Andy's still unfamiliar with, you know, how the rows run, kind of the order that we do it. It's like we just got to start on this field, and the way I always plan it, like we plan our main pass, and then I come get these in rows, and you know, he's off in a different part of the field, so he's trying to figure out how I think, and you know, he just hadn't had time to see all this done on every field to where it's just instinctual, and he's got to think about it. So he's having to run slower, having to decipher all my guidance lines and everything. So you know, it's just a learning process for him. He's done a fantastic job. I mean, I can't imagine stepping into his situation and trying to figure out how I've got a field planned and laid out. I don't think I could do it, but anyway, he's done a fantastic job. But until he does this a few years and knows how all the rows are run and becomes instinctual, you know, it's just going to be a slower process in planting. But you know, he'll get there.
This farm looks so different with the tree line gone. Kind of hate it a little bit, but welcome to development. But if anybody needs pretty decent propane tank, it is free. They have told me nobody wants it, so come and get it. First come, first serve. There is Matt. I just sprayed the little field, like right here. That's down over there. So he told me just to come over here and sit and wait. It has been off and on sprinkling, so just gonna wait. And the reason I have to wait is because I control what gets planted for the day. So whatever I spray, Andy has to roll and Matt has to plant it, because what I am spraying, within 24 hours, everything dies. So we have to get it planted. So I kind of just spray 40, 50 acres, and then Matt's like, oh, hold off for a little bit. I'll go run equipment, go back home, do things, come back out, spray like 15 more acres. And especially with rain coming, my life's been very chaotic for the past 2 weeks. Because I control what gets planted. Yeah, I also lost my GoPro for a while. It got moved and nobody could find it. So I found it, and so that's it. This is what I do. I sit and I wait until instructions are given, and I read some good books, so and just kind of wait for everybody else. Life's been very chaotic and very busy lately, so.
That rain keeps getting closer and closer, and we're getting a few sprinkles here, so we got another little field done. Got moved over here to the Todd farm, and been having Kelly stay real close in front of us just in case rain did pop up. And anyway, it's going to be getting dark pretty soon, so not going to have good herbicide activity. So I'm going to have her spray this front field on the Todd farm, and we'll get it rolled and planted. And then even if the rain's not here, we're probably just going to call it, because we get over here on the backside, the inrows get confusing, and it's hard enough for Andy in the daylight to discern inrows, how I got the main rows run and all that kind of stuff, especially since his auto steer is not working right. So we're gonna get this field done and planted, and we'll just call it a day, and we'll see what the rain brings tomorrow. You know, we could keep on planting if I'd had Kelly just go ahead and get out in front of me like we normally do, but with the rain so close, last thing we want to do is get a bunch of this cover crop sprayed and then not be able to get it planted. Then we get a bunch of rain, and because the cover crop's dead and it's retaining all that moisture, then it takes forever for it to dry up to where we can plant it. So we'll just play it safe. We've had a real good run getting started, and we'll just see how long this rain keeps us out of the field. Kelly's having to dodge them light poles. Pole dancing is one of her favorite things to do. I'm saying that sarcastically now. Also, y'all might be interested to know that this side of the farm where I'm parked at is, what I heard, is a future home of a Lincoln dealership right here. They've had this roadside cleared. That's Highway 45 right there on the other side of that hill. See, they buried a bunch of stuff, and apparently they're going to get some scrapers and everything in here, and they're going to take all of this down to the level of the highway, which is about 25 feet. As far as I know, we're still going to continue to farm this over here, and then right on the other side of this driveway, going to have a bunch of Lincolns sitting here eventually. That's the rumor anyway. The man that now owns this property owns several Ford dealerships here in the area, and apparently I think it's thinking about putting a Lincoln dealership right here. So we'll see what that's going to bring. And then on the other side of this tree line right here, wrapping all the way around, there's a fire station right over there, and then wrapping all the way around has been sold to a mega development here in Jackson. Forget what it's going to be called, but it's going to be like townhouses, I think shopping malls, community parks, walking areas, and everything else. And so we're going to have all of this development surrounding this one little farm, if this one little farm remains a farm. So that remains to be seen. I know it's going to have a cotton crop on it this year, and then after this year, I guess all bets are off. Hey Kelly, since you're about done spraying this field while me and Annie are finishing up, I think that there's a Five Guys right down the road.
I'm sorry, but inflation will not cause me. No, absolutely not. I'm not paying $11 for a burger I can make at home.
Well, how about at least some Burger King? I know you sure don't. I know you sure don't feel like making a burger at home tonight.
Actually, I have ground beef out. I can do just that if I get home in time.
Well, you're not gonna get home until we get home. We only got one truck over here.
Well, I guess it's another late night in the kitchen.
Well, don't think we're gonna quite get this little field done. We got 3 or 4 more acres, and it's coming down pretty good. I don't know, maybe it'll ease up real quick and we can get this little jag done. All right, when you finish that last pass, just unhook the crimper and carry the tractor on in.
Alrighty, 10-4.
Now, believe it or not, the rain shower was brief. We got done just in the nick of time because it looks like there's plenty more rain on the way. As always here on Griggs Farms, we cut it close. One of these days it's going to come back to bite me in the butt though. Andy's going to drop the crimper, carry the tractor on back to the shop because I'm not working on that auto steer valve and replacing it out here in the field in the rain.
I just looked back and my jack is gone again. Didn't it come off last time? I know I put it on there. No for a fact.
I don't know. Well, looks like you just might have to carry the whole entire crimper in because we got no way to jack it up out here if you ain't got it on there.
You didn't happen to see it in the field anywhere, did you?
No, I didn't see it. I don't know where it is. So scratch that. He's not going to unhook the crimper. He's just going to take it on back in. So anyway, guys, we got a couple of projects to get started on tomorrow. I don't know how many days we're going to have to get them done. Just depends on the weather, but we will see you back out in the shop in the morning.